Is this easier or is it harder? Easier. So we need less time then. Okay. Be specific, be detailed, and make it so that you can believe it yourself, right? If you don't believe it, who will? Okay, anybody needs more time? Okay, take your time. This is very important, it's your future. Make it so it's inspiring for you, for others. Put all your desire in it. As you heard in the previous talk, what makes people come alive is not money and wealth, it's where the heart goes, it's where your desire leads you, what you want to do, and what you would like to do. And I can only acknowledge this. I've not been doing this work because it pays so well, which it does in the meanwhile, but because I love to do it. I even do it for free, like today. Good. Okay, I guess most of you have made a start now in envisioning your future, because this is what we tend to call a vision. And that's a clear picture of you in the future. And what's the difference between a vision and just daydreaming? That this vision has a deadline. So I invite you to put a date on it. Like you want to be there in 2 years, 2015, or whatever fits you. And now the first point that you have to connect your dreams with your sense of reality. Is it feasible to do this in 1 month, a week, a day, years? Just use your brain now. Okay? So, now it becomes very interesting. On the one side we have a problem state. And on the other side we have our vision. Now, it's very clear that there's a journey between the two of them. And that's a very archetypical way to describe the process between those two states. You're not actually traveling, but everybody recognizes that it's a journey anyway. It's a development journey. And now it starts to become somewhat nasty for some people, because this, at first, you need really to connect with your desire. You really need to feel the pain of the problems, you want to get away it. And that creates a tension between the both to start you moving. And you define the direction. You don't know how you will get there, but you want to get there. This is very nice, isn't it? So to help you in the next step in visual thinking, then you can start to map the road between the 2 points, connecting those 2 dots. A very practical way is that you define the main things you have to do in order to get from A to B. A technique I know for this is that you define the 3 main issues you have to resolve. So we call them the must-win battles. Stuff you really must do in order to get from there. So I invite you to define them for yourself. Okay, if you don't know, just guess because you're doing this as a practice and you can refine this anytime at home. And you just feel it, okay, so I might need people to help me, I might need resources, I have to solve a certain issue. And take the three main issues. And don't complicate it, this is practicing, you can do this anyway. So, what happens is you have now three roads to the future, and people who have done this before might recognize the term, the label, road mapping. This is the roadmap from the current state to the future states. And so very spiritual thinking. And then you can put timing on it. It's always guessing, because of course it never happens the way you plan your life. Or when I say, life never follows my plans. But it helps you to get an idea of the road ahead of you. And for each of those topics, you can try to fill in what will advance you on this road and what will stop you on this road. So you can have beneficial winds helping you, and you can have mountains to climb or rivers to cross, or you might even have canyons you have to build bridges over. And on your way you can, so these are the environments that will be a challenge. And another challenge you can find on the way, you can have a real threats, like monsters and all, and you see that the real dangers you might encounter, and you might try to identify those and map them out. And another very large dangers that people seem to encounter are all kinds of ghosts and fears. But you have to distinguish very well between those, because you have real threats and you have imagined ones. They basically live inside of your own brain. That's another problem, but they can hold you back just as much. So there's no time, of course, to finish this practice, this thing here, but this is the way I like to illustrate and make an illustration outside of me of any plan I would like to do. And you can use any visualization that helps you, but what it actually does, it forces you to think very specifically about what you are going to do and make it concrete for yourself and put it outside you in the plan. And the nice thing about it is once you have outed it, then you can work on it. And you can put it aside and you go to sleep without the problem, and you go up and then you can work on it, and you can build your own future. This is, to wrap this up, this is basically what visual thinking is about. You have to think hard, because if you want to fill this in seriously, you have to think about all aspects of this state, and all steps in between. But once you do it, you will have very consistent and strong plans. And of course, as I said, life will not follow your plan, but you can iterate. You have a very good picture, mental picture, of things that might happen, and you're mentally well prepared in order to reach the goal you so much desire. And this is not carved in stone. You can always change it, and it will change, but it helps you very much to focus on to do what you want to do, because what we are all here for, I think. Any questions so far? Okay, question from my side. Does this help? Oh, great. Because I've been pioneering doing this for myself, and like I said, I've never done a workshop and told other people what to think. So, what can I do from you from this part on? Anything you would like to discuss or share on it? Because I've done in very big chunks the kind of work I do and the way I use my